See if the computer is actually.
Oh,
Hello, beautiful Nancy.
Hi, guys.
Oh, it's just slow.
Ashley. Hi.
Ashley! Okay, this is so funny. Rebecca and I were just at work together like 15 minutes ago. We ran home and now we're looking at each other again.
Hi, Rebecca. Good evening. You look great for just racing home.
Oh my word. What a day, huh? I think this Monday might have been trickier than last Monday. I don't know.
Is it, did students come back today or have they already started?
This is our second Monday of having students there. Last Monday was our first day in person.
Okay.
And then we had seminar last week too. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And those of you who participated in seminar, I hope you came prepared tonight with some notes or takeaways or aha moments, that something that just grabbed your attention. Because that's what we're going to talk about tonight a little bit later. So if you don't have anything, do what Jan's doing and just leave. Go find your notes. I don't know what Jan's doing. Just go find your notes and do that. Good evening, Morgan, Amanda, Dee Dee. How's that baby?
Good.
Are you getting any sleep?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good. Gosh, mine were not good sleepers that early.
He wakes up every 2 or 3 hours, so.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hello, Elaine. Good evening. And Whitney's here, just not pictured with us yet. So we're going to give everybody just a minute here. Hannah is supposed to start our meeting off for us, and I noticed that she's not quite on yet. So we're going to give her a second to pop on. And if she doesn't pop on, I'm just going to let Amy take it. Surprise, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know she's coming. She's running late from work, so she's doing the same thing you guys are. Sometimes she doesn't get off until like 5:30, and then she's got to drive home. And
Well,
so
people kept coming through the door with questions, and I was like, no, we can't talk to you. We have a meeting.
It's Monday, gotta go. There she is. Hey, Hannah. We were all waiting for you.
Sorry about that. I got distracted. I was eating dinner, and then I looked at the clock, and I was like, "Ooh, it's 6."
Oh, well, good. I figured you were running late from work, but it's all good. It's all good. I think we're all here. So I'm going to go ahead and let Hannah start by sharing our career path. But before we do that, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm not that you guys don't know who I am, but I want to get in the habit of having our leaders introduce themselves and kind of say like why they love their MK life today or this week, or what it's done for you this month, or just what your favorite thing is. So I try to say different things every week, but I've been in Mary Kay for 25 years. And I think this week, my favorite thing about Mary Kay is the money. I had a really great week in sales this past week, and that was fun. And it just always, it doesn't matter if I sell an eyeshadow, you guys, I get excited. It's just like selling one thing, that little rush of adrenaline, like, oh, somebody ordered something. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, you just get that excitement. And so I love that because it always brings you back to the joy of servicing your customers, sharing this fun product, and then getting 50% of everything that you sell. So I am enjoying the money this week. Okay, Hannah, I'm going to let our beautiful DIQ do our career path and just kind of introduce who's who in the room. So just wave wildly when she calls your particular level, your career level. And do we have anybody? I don't think we have any new people. It's your first meeting. I think everybody's been on before. So Hannah, I'm going to let you take it away.
Awesome. Okay, so like Nancy said, I'm Hannah. I get to tell you who's who on this Zoom, which is super exciting. Hey, it's like one of my favorite things. So if you are a new consultant, which means you've been in anywhere from like today to like 4 months, if that is you, could you please wave at us? Yay! Welcome, guys. If you are a seasoned consultant, which means that you've been in for longer than 4 months, but you have not yet started to build your team, if that is you, would you please wave? Hey, welcome, guys. The next step up on our career path are our senior consultants, which means you have 1 to 2 active people on your team. If that is you, would you please wave? Senior consultants. Yay! Okay, next up we have our star team builders. And that means that you have either 3 or 4 active people on your team. If you are a star team builder, would you please wave at me? Ooh, yay. Positions
Positions
open. Love it. So exciting. Next up, we have our team leaders, which are people who have between 5 and 7 active people on their team. If that is you, would you please wave at us? Whoop, whoop. Awesome. So was that Jan and Amy? Were you waving?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Ladies, I would love for you guys to introduce yourself and tell us why you love your MK life this week.
Jan first.
Okay, well, I love my MK life because it fits my lifestyle. If I want to take a vacation, I take a vacation, and I just book, my parties and stuff around the time I want to be off. I like the money. And I missed it earlier this year because of COVID, and I got lazy and didn't do my work. But you know what? For about 4 or 5 months there, I didn't do much of anything. But guess what? I still have a business. I am still employed, and I can pick up where I left off and get going again. So it's what you put into it, and that's what I love about this business. It's your business. Handle it.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Amy?
Okay, so I love that I can fit it in around my craziness of the rest of my life. And I love you ladies because you're so fun. I had so much fun at seminar just chatting back and forth. And I've enjoyed remaking friends from, I would say long ago. Oh, Whitney was making it, yay, from a while ago. So that's been great, and just having another level of connection with people. I love it.
Awesome. Yay!
And I love the Vox. The Vox was so cool while we were trying to figure out if we were ever going to get on. It was really cool to be seeing everybody, and Jan posting all the cool videos of all the old songs of the 80s that I love. As far as the business aspects, I'm just hoping that, I start getting some orders. So I ordered some catalogs with I just got some labels today. So I'm going to start leaving those around town and whatnot. My friends are sort of lame, I've reached out. It's like, I give up, it's just gotten to that point. And some of them have sent me, don't text me, don't include me in the group chat, don't do this, don't do that. So I have to, honor their wishes because you don't want to lose them as a friend, so that's where I'm at, but I'm still good.
Alrighty, guys. So next up on our career path, we have Team Leader Elite, which means that you have 8 or more active people on your team. If that is you, would you wave at us? I see Amy doing the little
Oh, I
this
need to
motion up
check.
in the
It will be there. It's right at it. So there's a whole bunch that are really close. So I didn't look today, so I might be back there. I'm not sure.
Well, awesome. Either way, the position is totally open for you guys too. So go join Amy. It'll be great. There is room at the top for everyone. I love that about this company. So after Team Leader Elite, we have DIQ, which means you have 10 or more active people and you are actively in qualifications to become a part of the top 2% of the company. That's me. Yay. Super excited. I absolutely love it. It is a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I will tell you, probably my favorite thing about my MK life right now is the fact that it really is flexible. The flexibility of Mary Kay is just like unlike anything that I have ever seen. And I have the ability to work it when I want to work it. And if I need to put my attention on my day job or on my family, I can 100% do that. And I love it. So it is absolutely wonderful. And that is why I love my MK life right now. Next up on our career path are our fearless leaders. Kind of funny that I used the word fearless there. It clicked right afterward. So we have Sales Director Whitney Beam
Woo, 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 woo.
and
There's
Senior Sales
Nadia.
Director Nancy Beckwith. And I don't know who I'm turning it over to. So who's up next?
Me. But Whitney, take a minute and introduce yourself and why you love your MK life.
I love my MK life because when I'm late to a meeting, no one's upset with me. I am so sorry, you guys. I have never, ever had my computer be like that. My husband was in here being Mr. IT, so I'm here now. Sorry about that. But I love my MK life legitimately because I get to just be with such positive, awesome people. We have like a Facebook party going right now, and you guys, it is such a breath of fresh air because the world can be a little negative sometimes, and it is so fun to be able to come to the pink bubble and just have this and get all that energy from just being around fabulous ladies like this. So I'm Whitney. I don't know if I led with that. So I'm Whitney, and I love being a director, and I just love the women I get to work with.
Yay! And I'm so
And you
proud.
got me in the mood for fall today, Whitney, so I did fall colors on my fingers.
You guys are going to be ready for this fall party.
We
So
are, like I say, fall is one of my favorite colors because I love the earth tones.
yes, and a lot of people love fall just because of pumpkin spice stuff. So I think they're doing that early this year too. So we're all excited about that. I want to do some announcements for our Dream Believers unit. So those of you who are Dream Believers, and some of this, Fearless unit, listen up too, because a lot of this is for both of us. There's just, I think, one thing on here that's just for our Dream Believers unit, but and that is that we're doing a promotion. We didn't want to get left behind because it's so fun to race for a goal. And I know you guys as a Fearless unit are wrapping up your first car. You guys are going to be a Malibu drive-in unit, which is exciting, and we're rooting for you. And so we wanted to do something too. So our unit is going for $13,000 this month, and I'm going to do a drawing for 2 drawings for $50 each. And when we hit that 13,000 mark, and you get entries for every $100 you've ordered. I posted earlier today everybody who already has entries and how many entries you have. You also get 2 entries for when you do a peek, have someone on the Peek into Pink that we did, or if you have somebody watch the video and then we follow up with a call. You get 3 entries for every 3-way call that you do with your prospect and me. You get 6 entries, you guys, when you get a new team member. And when your team member becomes active, you get 4 new entries. And when you yourself do your personal 600 to win your sparkler jewelry, look at this. This is from last month. I just love the sparkler jewelry. I can't wait to get that necklace. When you do your personal 600, you're going to get an extra 6 entries. So just by doing a 600, that's 12 entries right there for the cash. And so I'm excited about that. I thought that was fun. The rest of these announcements are probably going to be good for both. The Star Consultant quarter ends September the 15th. So we still have time. And we'll recognize our stars a little bit later in the agenda, but you still have time to be a star consultant, and you really don't want to miss out, you guys. If you can earn your star this quarter, when you earn that star, you will be in the running for year-long prizes, including the consistency prizes, the Ted Baker bags, there's just so many things, plus the prizes every quarter that you get, the early ordering privilege. I can go on and on. So if you want to be a star and you don't know what you need to do, ask your director, ask Whitney or ask me. We get reports and we can tell you how close you are and give you some sales ideas too so you can make it happen. The next thing is that the fall books came out and for the preferred customer program. So if you didn't get your book, you should have, but this is mine that came in, and on the back it looks like this, and it has like a little personal message for each person, and you get a book too. So mine says to Nancy from Nancy, which is kind of funny, but when this comes in the mail, I know my customers are getting theirs within a day or two also. So there's a sample on page 7. It's 2 of the lip glosses. I suggest you try them out yourself, and then you'll know how they feel, and you can kind of help to sell that to your customers too. But this is the time to call or text and follow up, you guys. The fortune is in the follow-up. So texting, calling those people, and just saying, hey, what do you need to keep yourself looking beautiful? What are you running low on? I'm giving a gift for every purchase of $40 or more. Would you like to take advantage of the special? Just simply doing that can bring you sales just over a text or a phone call. So that was part of my great sales this week, which is fun. The next thing I want to share with you is that if you came to seminar, there are classes for each career level, and they are already posted on the Video Lounge. So you'll go to Video Lounge. On the left-hand side is a menu, and seminar is there. And then you can even go back and watch all the seminars. And you guys, everybody can watch it. Everybody can watch it because they're refunding all of our money on August 26th because of the big glitch that happened on Thursday night. And so they're refunding that so everybody can get on and watch, which is fabulous, but you don't want to miss those classes. And I just wanted you to know where to find them. It's on that Video Lounge. Now on the 26th, you'll get your refund for the registration if you registered, but also the fall products will have no more limits, and you can order as many of the new lip glosses, as many of the creamy blush duo sticks, all of those things. The eye palette, you guys, oh my gosh, the duos, you can order all of those, no limits, on the 26th. Hallelujah, I'm excited. And also, there's 2, you guys get a sneak peek at some of the Christmas items. There's 2 of the items that the company's gonna let everyone order early, and one of those is a satin hands soap, because everyone's washing their hands. So it's a completely new product. We've never had it before. It looks like the satin body scrub, but that comes in the satin hand set, but it is actually a soap. And also, did you guys see there's a mask? There's
Yes,
a cute
I saw
Mary
it.
Kay mask, right, Jackie? Oh my gosh.
It's so cool looking. I'm
It's
like,
so
how
cute.
cool is that? I
We'll
think
be out.
they said limit on it was 10 of them.
Yes, I think you get, I think it comes in a pack of 5, and I think you can order 2 packs, if I'm not mistaken. But they'll probably lift that too once everybody's been able to order the holiday stuff. But I'm excited to get my hands on that and just be walking around town advertising for Mary Kay. So I think that's really cool and so relevant. I think their company is really smart for being so relevant. The last thing is I wanted to share, well, the bonuses have been extended throughout this whole seminar year. For Bring Your Besties, where you get 3 coupons where they can start for $75 instead of $100. Also, first-time red jackets get $100, and you get a $50 bonus when you get a new qualified person. So all of that has been extended through the year, which is exciting. And last but not least, the Mary Kay Visa is a rewards visa, and you get 3% cash back every time you use it for any orders with Mary Kay. You also get 2% cash back when you use it for gas or groceries, and 1% cash back on everything else. And so, like, I know I order every single month, so I sell, and then I use my card to place my order, and then I just take my cash and pay off my card. So I have no debt in the business, but I'm getting 3% cash back every month for every order that I do, which is really cool. And right now, it's 0% interest for your first year, and they have the cutest little tumbler. Did you guys see it? It's pink, and it says One Woman Can. And so you get that tumbler when you get approved right now. And when you do your first $500 on the card, they're going to give you $100 off. So that means if you did a $600 order, it's really only going to cost you $500, which is really cool. So I wanted to toss that out there tonight because I don't know if there's anybody on here who needs to build their inventory and you were kind of trying to figure out how you're going to do that. I know I didn't have the extra money when I started, so I loved things like this, a business tool that I could use and then like pay that back with my Mary Kay money. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If anybody's interested, you can ask me for details or ask Whitney. It's really easy. they've changed it to where you can apply online on InTouch. If you get approved, it'll tell you immediately, and it will give you the card number, and you can use it same day. So you no longer have to wait 2 weeks to get it in the mail either. So if anybody wants more information about that, let me know, let Whitney know, and we'll be excited to share that with you. Okay, I know that was a lot. I'm going to turn it over to Whitney for any fearless announcements. Take it away.
Okay, so just like the Dream Believers have a specific giveaway they're doing just for the Dream Believers, we have one just for the Fearless unit, and I'm really excited. It's actually 3 different giveaways. Like, I've gone a little crazy, but I really want you guys to like love this as much as I do, so why not, right? So the first 2 are specific to tonight. So there are 2 ways that you can earn prizes for the Fall Favorites Party. Okay, the first way is having the most guests on there, all right? So that's not even about sales or anything. That's just inviting a whole bunch of people. So the person with the most guests on there. And the second is the person with the highest sales from our fall party, okay? Guys, it is gonna be crazy fun. We are already having a great time. I don't know if everybody knew this, but I'm sharing the opportunity in this party. We don't always do that in our Facebook parties the same way, but I'm going to go live and I'm going to share my story. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but this is not just for customers that are buying. If you have somebody who you're like, I really would love to have her on my team, this is a great thing. And it is not too late. It's a Facebook party. They don't have to put on makeup. They don't have to go anywhere. They can just hop on from their phone. So 30 minutes is plenty of notice to go to a Facebook party, because all you're doing is clicking a button and then scrolling through some pictures. So I'm really excited about that. And then the last giveaway for the month, guys, this one's really near and dear to my heart. So super close to being a car driving unit. Not every unit is, so I'm like pretty excited about that. We are, here's the current number, $5,573.65. That's how much I know. Like, I am very, very dedicated to knowing those numbers. So when we hit that, when we finish the car, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a $50 Amazon gift card. And there are a couple different ways you can get an entry. The first way is anytime you order $400, you get an entry. So 400 wholesale, not retail, so wholesale. And then when you do your 600, you get double entries. So that's 3 entries total, 400. Then you do your 600, you get 2 extra entries for that. Anything past that, you get an additional entry for every 400 past that. So I believe Morgan is already at 4 entries and like really close to her 5th, because she has been killing it this month, our queen of sales over there. So super proud of her. But a lot of you have ordered and you're like in the 300s. I can think of like several people on this Zoom right here who are like this close to getting your entry. And how cool would that be? Because I mean, we're all kind of getting some stuff on there, and sometimes it's fun to just have some shopping money that isn't allotted for anything. So then you get that fun thing you've had in your cart for a while, but you know, haven't been able to pull the trigger on. So that's what we're doing over there. And I wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Outside of that, all the same things Nancy said, the announcements for that she shared, those would be the same announcements I would have. So I am really excited to finish August strong.
Cool.
It's still me. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my list because Nancy's like, it's still you, Whitney. So I'm really put together tonight, and I have my agenda right here next to me. I am so sorry. Okay, next thing I would like to know who had our high sales for the week. So last week we had a challenge to sell 300 for the week to see who all could do that. So wave at me if you sold $100 last week. Okay, Jan, Morgan, Nancy, it's a couple people. All right, 150. Oh, Jan's waving. Okay, 200. Jan, I think you might be the only one waving. Can you unmute and tell us what your sales were for last week? Oh, I think you're still muted.
Oopsie. 382.
Ooh, Jan. Okay, so you are our queen of sales. I gave you the tiara. You can accept it and put it on. But we are so proud of you. So to be the queen of sales for our units, you have to have a minimum of 300. And Jan not only, oh, she has a real life tiara. You guys. She was
I
ready.
do have one. I have 3 of them.
So you have to have 300 to be the queen of sales, and she surpassed that. So congratulations, Jan. We're so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Can you give us one quick tip on selling? Because I feel like the queen should have a tip.
Yes, the virtual parties do work. That's where I made all of my sales last week. We had a party on Sunday, and we had a party on Saturday. And so that is where all of my sales came from.
Oh, that is so good. And it's fun to have a new skill because even when we can get back in person, now we know how to do it both ways. And that is going to be so
And
great.
orders are still coming in from those parties too.
So
yay!
this could be $500. We don't really know. So it's
That's
still
right.
going in. That is
Right now we're at 382. So yay!
oh, that is amazing, Jan. Congratulations.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I wanted to point out that we have a sparkler achiever among us, and her name is Morgan. So give it up for Morgan. So excited for her. She has done a 600 wholesale. That's what a sparkler is. And I know there are several ladies in the Dream Believers and the Fearless unit that is your goal, that is your mission, that is your mindset. So I am really, really excited. Next week is close to the end of the month. So I bet next week we're going to have a bunch more sparklers. I'm super curious. Do I have anyone on here? In fact, it'd be cool if there was more than one who's committed to being a sparkler by next Monday. Anybody think they can get it done? Oh, I see Amanda waving. She's like going to try. I see several people. I'm going to try to have it done by next Monday as well. That's a little bit, a little bit early, but I'm excited because I think when you give yourselves a little bit of a goal to stretch towards, it makes it really fun to cross that finish line. Okay, I'm going to turn it back over to Nancy like I tried to do prematurely earlier.
Thank you. Morgan, do you have the necklace already?
I do. I don't have it on right now because today was, hold on, I might can get it. But I did get my jewelry that Whitney sent me.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, I got it in the mail today. It's so pretty. I love it. And my necklace, hang on.
Okay, we'll wait. I want to see it. Don't you guys want to see it? It is gorgeous in person. The jewelry's always way prettier than the picture. Just a little tip from me because I've been doing this a long time. It's always way prettier than you think.
Okay, I think I found it.
Okay.
I have it in my little cabinet full of goodies. And I'm going to plan on wearing it on this special night. Can y'all see? Let's see.
Oh my goodness. That is so classy.
There we go. Can y'all see it? Sorry.
Very pretty.
And I have my one that I got from Whitney. So
Yay,
I love
Igniters. Woohoo! Well, congratulations, Morgan. That's awesome. And thank you for showing us all your necklace. That's beautiful. Let me see the hands again. Go ahead, Jan.
I noticed that Gloria had that necklace on, and she looked fabulous. So if it looks good on Gloria, it's going to look good on us.
And let me see the hands of everybody who's not finished yet but plans to finish. I was taking notes. All right. We are looking at you. Okay, perfect. I want to recognize our star consultants. I know we already have one star in the Dream Believers unit. Are there any stars? I believe there are stars in the Fearless unit as well. Don't think so. Okay. Well, then you guys got to be really close.
Several,
I know
yeah, we have several that are right there. I think by next Monday we will have several.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Well, we have a sapphire star, and that is Hannah Cook. So give it up for Hannah. And I was going to ask Hannah to just share one tip on why you think it's important to be a star and how to be a star.
So I would say that being a star is like ridiculously important because that has been extremely pivotal in my business. Like focusing on that has actually given me a jump on a lot of different things. Like not only do you get like awesome referrals from the company and things like that once you start moving up and doing, star orders and things like that, but you also get to pick fun prizes. Like, holy cow, you cannot beat that. I did not realize how important that was until last quarter when I earned my star for the first time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to do this again. It makes me feel really good about me. And I think it's kind of that sense of accomplishment. So that's why I think that it's important. And a tip for how to do it would just be to take it one bite at a time. Like try to get your 300 in by the 15th every month and then finish your 600. Like it adds up and it builds together. And that is what actually does it. So like that's the easiest way to do it is to take it in small pieces, like back your way out of the number, because if you just say 1800, that just sounds big and scary, and that's why I didn't do it for the first over a year, almost year and a half being in. because that number just seemed big. But when I actually backed it out and was like, oh, if I do 300 by the 15th and then another 300 in the next 2 weeks, that's not bad at all. So once I figured that out, it was really easy. So that's how you do it.
Thank you for sharing. And we have lots of people who are really close. I know we have got people that are less than $100 away and some that are less than 200 away, and you have until the 15th. So the way that it works, just to remind everyone, is that you're responsible for placing 1,800 wholesale yourself in the quarter. So this quarter started June 16th and goes to September 15th. And then when you have a new person who signs up and they place their first order of 600 or more in that quarter, that bumps you up. They give you 600 credit towards the next level. So you could be at 1,800 yourself and recruit Amy, and Amy starts with 600, and now you're a Ruby. So that's exciting to be able to build and get some of the higher prizes too. So let me see who our on-target stars are. If you've already ordered over 900 this quarter, let's wave and see who could be finishing up their star this quarter. Okay, Amy, Hannah, you're already a star. Amanda, yay!
Wholesale, retail, sorry, I'm confused. Wholesale, okay.
Yes, wholesale. So wholesale
Quarter goes from when to when?
Wholesale is what you order, and then that's retail is what you get credit for with the company, but it is based on your wholesale amount. So.
And so when is the quarter? Oh, never mind. Amy just said June 15th to September 15th. Thanks,
Yes.
Amy.
Yeah, so we still have a few weeks, Jackie, which is great. So anybody can still do it. Even the brand newest person could still come in and still do this. Okay, so
came from Whitney.
Oh, I love it. Those are pretty.
I know.
Congratulations. So you were an Igniter also.
Yes.
Yay, y'all. That's awesome. Okay, so I am going to, we've been doing a red jacket spotlight every week, and I know all month long you guys have noticed that we've asked a different star team builder or hire to just share a little bit about them and kind of what Mary Kay's done for them or how it's helped them financially, what it's done for them and their family. Because this is all about, I don't know about you, but I started to make money, and I feel like most of us started to make money. So what kind of money can you make and what can you do with it? And I just want you to hear from, not just from a director or Whitney's a director, you know, but from other consultants who are using the money from this company to do something with. And so tonight I asked our very own audacious, amazing Amy Miller if she would be our spotlight on red. So Amy, just share with us kind of what Mary Kay's done for you and kind of how you use it to, you know, what kind of things you can do with that extra cash.
So, real quick, my story, Whitney started and then I kind of looked into it and I was like, well, let's see how it can go. But for us, my husband has been a Dave Ramsey promoter, and we've done the class at our church a bunch. So we had a really good budget going on, never had before. But then Ashley and Dan adopted 3 littles, which I love, but we didn't have a budget item for grandkids. And I thought, you know what, this could be my grandkid money. Plus, they live on the whole other side of the United States from me. I'm in Arizona, they're in Florida. So I decided that for my first year of Mary Kay, I was going to go all out, do everything that Nancy said to do. If she said it was good, then that's what I did. If there was something to go to, I went to it. And it was fabulous. And so we have actually flown, and I paused, we've actually flown to Florida several times on my Mary Kay money. I have actually had a suitcase full of goodies for the grandkids on my Mary Kay money. There were a couple months, because we do Dave Ramsey, that we were able to make an entire extra house payment to pay off the house early from my Mary Kay money. And then the star thing is fabulous. Be a star, okay? First of all, I have a huge 32-inch, or I don't remember what it is, smart TV in the bedroom now that I won from being a star because I got several active teammates that month. I had no idea, and I was like, looking in there, I was like, oh, if I do $11 more in sales, I can get this TV, I think. And I asked Nancy, I said, is that right? Is that what that is? I was like, this can't be right. And it was. And then Saturday, I have been saving up my Star credit as Amazon gift cards. And then, you know how Whitney said it's in your cart? It's been in my cart forever. For whatever reason, I just couldn't decide on which one. But I had a girlfriend here, Terry, over the weekend. And so I just bought myself a Ninja mixer blender with all the things, and it cost me $12 out of my pocket. That's all. It was all from Star Amazon coupons. So I have loved it. It's my little spending money, you know. I mean, it's a lot of spending money sometimes. So it's been great. It really has. So just be consistent and get a team, because commissions are fabulous.
Yay. Thank you, Amy. That's awesome. I love it. I love hearing about the things that we can use these funds for. And one of the biggest things that I heard you say that you didn't say directly was family. You used it for your family. I mean, it was to visit grandkids, TV. I'm sure Randy loves that TV. The mixer that you've wanted for a long time.
Yeah, it's been fabulous. It really has. And that's right. And sometimes we just go to Wild Honey and have yogurt with the grandkids on my Mary Kay money. I just have that little budget. It's like, just can do it. It's fun.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing and being where you are and just being consistent, because that's what does it. It's you being consistent that's gotten you to that position of Red Jacket. Do you feel, I just feel like led to ask this, and I'm putting you on the spot, but do you feel like it was hard, or was it a challenge to get into your Red Jacket? Because we all know that you're really busy with school administration, teaching, you know, pastor's wife. You have a lot of hats. Was it challenging for you to work enough in Mary Kay to get that Red Jacket?
You know, initially, I had a lot of no's on the Red Jacket. I was way ahead of way behind the average. But once I could just show people how great it had been for me, then it was just good. Then it was just like boom, boom, boom. So initially it took me a little while, and I did feel discouraged a few times. And then just kept at it, kept asking people. And so, yeah, it did take a little bit at first, but now it's been, I don't want to say easy, but having teammates and attracting teammates has become easier. Anything is harder at first, and the more you work with it, the easier it gets. So my encouragement to everybody would be just keep at it, keep trying, keep thinking, keep inviting. Somebody, yes, I know who it is. Terry was here over the weekend, and somebody from her party is now a Mary Kay consultant, but not under her. And that, you just got to ask. You just got to ask.
Oh, that hurts my heart. Oh,
go now.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. Round of applause for Amy. Yay. Thank you for sharing tonight. And we'll have someone else share next week on the 31st about their Red Jacket story and kind of what Mary Kay is doing for them. And you guys, we want more red. So if you're a senior consultant on here, you're just 1 or 2 people away from being a red and participating. We have Red Jacket meetings every month, and we kind of do it. We call it the meeting of the minds, and we do some strategies and planning and things like that. And it's just for, because it's almost like mid-management kind of in the organization. It's like the top 6 to 8% of Mary Kay are Star Team Builders. So not everybody is a Red Jacket, but we want you guys all to be. So, and everybody, you can do it. You can totally do it. So if that is your goal, let us know. Let your director know, because we'd love to work with you and help you to get there too. Or you could partner up with Amy or Jan or Hannah and say, hey, how did you do this? We're here to help you guys move, and we just want to be like your coach to success. So we're all in this together for sure. Okay, so our training tonight is on our seminar shares and takeaways. And so I am going to open it up to whoever wants to go first. We don't want you to share all of your notes because we all watched the same thing. So just kind of pick the 1 or 2 things that really stood out to you and meant something to you. And we're going to start with Ashley. And and before Ashley starts, it could be something, it may not even be something that was said. It might just be like an idea or something that popped in your head because of something somebody said. or that somebody's story inspired you. So I'm just going to let you guys share just a few things. And Ashley, I'll let you begin.
I was going to say something and then I just changed my mind, so I'm going to say something else. So I noticed that all of the most successful NSDs had, I'd call them like sayings or phrases or catchphrases that they use heavily. Like they would use like 30 or 40 of them. And then in my head, that's always seemed so silly. Like a catchphrase is just, I don't know, it seems ridiculous to me. But all of those women were incredibly successful, and they didn't just have the catchphrase, but they worked that catchphrase. So they'd be like, they would say things like, you can't give in because it's hard right now. You have to work hard even when it is hard. And then every single one of them would say that. And what I kept thinking was, maybe those phrases, it's not enough to just have them, but like they clearly were living them. And then when they would say it, there was a sincerity that I don't always hear from somebody who says a catchphrase that I really noticed throughout.
Thank you. Ashley, did you change your mind back and you want to say what you were going to say originally? Okay. All right, Hannah, you're up.
There we go. Okay. So there were a couple of things, and honestly, I wrote down like the biggest things that I could think of for my list tonight. But I remember one of the women speaking had said that abracadabra is actually a real word. I didn't realize that it was a real word. I thought that was just like some like hocus pocus kind of thing for some reason. I don't know. I never thought about it. But when she said what it means, that actually kind of resonated for me, because it said, what I see, I create. And so I was like, that's kind of cool. So like you're actually creating what you're envisioning, which is really kind of neat. And I feel like that's really relevant to like our business. My favorite thing though that was said, and it was said several times, and this is why I thought this was really cool, is that tough times don't last, but tough people do. And I feel like there are times, like Amy was saying, where you're going to get more no's than you're hoping to get, or your party isn't going to go the way that you hope that it will, or you have this weird glitch that doesn't allow seminar to go the way it's intended to go. But what's really cool is that if we just keep pressing forward and keep doing the things that we've been trained to do, those tough times go away, but we still come out on top, which is really, really awesome. And I absolutely loved that. So that is probably my favorite takeaway from seminar this year.
Awesome. Thanks, Hannah. I love that too. Tough people. That's awesome. Who wants to go next? Oh, see, the teacher in me is going to call on people if y'all don't volunteer. Jan, awesome. Thank you.
There were a lot of things that jumped out at me, but one of them was just the reiteration of something I learned years ago. I used to love to read, like self-help books like Zig, and I read a book about by Art Linkletter, and I always loved him. And one of the things he said was, when you are desperate, when you are anxious, when you don't know what to do, do something. Do something. Get up and wash the dishes. Get up and sweep the floor. Put a load of laundry on, because action produces more action. And they brought that out. I believe it was that very first lady, Thea Elvin. I loved her entire speech. She was so impressive. And that was one of her things, was action works. So do something. Do something, anything, but do something. So sit at your desk, and maybe you don't make any booking calls. But as you're sitting there and you're making up your new dashboard for the year, or you're making up your goal poster for the year, or you're doing something, it's going to start spurring those juices in your head to start thinking, oh, here's a great idea. Let's do this. And excuse me. And the next thing you know, you're making booking calls. Or the next thing you know, you're sending out, notices to your customers. Hey, do you need anything? I'm placing an order. Whatever it is, but action begets action. So that was that's always stood out to me. I love that you can't stroll to a goal. You must strive to survive. I like that. That's the first time I heard that one. And let me see, there was one more that I was really just blown away by. Grow through what you go through. And that nothing is more truer than that right now, what we have had to pivot and learn how to do because of what we're going through. And I'm very resistant to change and learning new things, but I've had to do it. I've had to do it. Shut up, Nancy. I saw that. But it's so true. You got to grow through it. So you get more of what you think about. I love that one. And I'm enough. I am enough. There. That's it. That was my biggest takeaways.
Awesome. Thank you, Jan. We had some of the same ones. Great minds think alike. And see, old dogs can learn new tricks. Look at your week. Queen of sales. You can do it. You conquered the virtual party. So, girl, you got this. Amy, would you like to go next?
I just really liked the grow through what you go through. You know, we've all gone through something this year, and we just need to grow through it. And the other thing, what Jan said about just do something, as a pastor's wife, sometimes I do some counseling, lots of times. Anyway, sometimes people are just overwhelmed. And I honestly have given the advice, just go home and do the dishes. You're going to feel better. Let's start there. And they do. Next week they come back and they'll be like, my dishes are done. I said, okay. Do you feel better? They said, yes. Okay, let's talk about the next thing. So just get in there and do the next thing that needs to be done. It was just so motivating. And what I always love about seminar is it's ladies from every walk of life, every personality. You don't have to be a cheerleader to be an NSD. I mean, there's all kinds of ladies that are NSDs. I'm not against cheerleaders, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying all personalities can be. And I always just love to see the different ladies. And as I watch them, I just try to think of all the different things that they've gone through in their life, and that not every day were they sitting there as an NSD. One day they were sitting there as a team leader trying to get back to being an elite leader. So yeah, that's exactly right.
That is so true. Thanks, Amy. It's hard sometimes for us to imagine the top directors or the national directors as consultants, but the beauty of Mary Kay is that everybody starts with the $100 starter kit. Now we have some that have started with the $30 e-start, but everybody starts the same. Yes, everybody starts the same. And then what you do with your business, we're all given the same support and the same tools to be successful. So that always gives me hope too, because I feel like if somebody else can do it, then I can do it too. Like there's nothing that they have that we don't have, you know? So thanks for sharing that, Amy. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick?
Okay.
If you don't mind. One of the things that I have learned is that no matter what we go through, Mary Kay's got our back. You know, the company's they're gonna pivot right with us, and this has happened time and time again. And y'all, I don't know about you, but I almost feel guilty taking back that $40. I really don't want it. I wish they would keep it, because I definitely got $40 worth of training from what we've seen so far. So anyway, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just had to.
That's okay, but you know what, Jan? You could donate it to the charitable foundation.
Yeah.
You know, or just use it on your next order, which promotes your business. So yeah. In a way, that's kind of giving it back. But thank you for sharing that too.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Jackie.
So I thought everything was really positive, except trying to get on that first day. But then that was positive because we were all on Vox going through the same thing. So I just love that. But like I say, I put notices out there to my friends and all my contacts and everything, and I never get anything back on it. So I got off my butt, ordered some catalogs. I'm going to start going around to the businesses, dropping them off to see if I get any orders that way, because it's just been slow for me.
Well, Jackie, one thing I can suggest, because when I first started my business, I didn't have a lot of friends to support me. We were in a new area and I didn't know anybody. So I just started with like one person who knew a lot of people. And I asked her to get people together for me. And that way it took that pressure off of me to try to come up with a guest list because I didn't know anybody. And I told her I would gift her in free stuff if she just got 4 people together, 3 or 4 people plus her. So she did. And her name's Amy, by the way. I love that name. But it's not this Amy. Her name is Amy Hicks. And she got 4 people over and I went to their house. And before I even did a thing with Mary Kay, I said, hey, I'm new to Mary Kay. I'm trying to get my business started. I'm new to the area. Can you help me by sharing me with your friends? I will gift you in free product. And one of the girls said, oh, I'll do it. And so I said, okay, we're going to do the same thing at your house next week that we're going to do here today. You just bring the people. So she brought a couple ladies over. And I said the same thing to them, and both of her friends booked a party with me. And so I started to get little parties. It just dominoed out from that one person I knew. So don't give up on that. Maybe you can find somebody who knows a lot of people and just say, hey, what do you want? Like, find out what she wants. Do you want the microdermabrasion set? Do you want, a charcoal mask? What is it that she wants?
Right.
Gift her that. So that may help, and it may be better results than just going into businesses because there's a connection there. Not that the business isn't a bad idea, because that might work too. But I wouldn't give up on the connection with somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else want to share takeaways from seminar? Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay, Amanda.
Yeah, so there was one, I guess she was a national sales director. Her name's Anne, and she's been in the company for over 40 years, and she was trained by Mary Kay herself. And it was all about like their lessons that they've learned from Mary Kay. And Mary Kay apparently shared a story with her about how when she was first starting out the company, she did a party to make some money to pay her like office staff. And she did the party and she didn't sell anything. And she was driving away and she was so discouraged and, she almost gave up. But if she did give up, no one would have the opportunity that we all have today. So basically she was saying, don't give in to discouragement. You're going to make no sales sometimes, but that doesn't mean to give up. So that was really motivational and inspiring to me. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Amanda. Anyone else want to share takeaways? We have time for a couple more. Whitney?
Something that I heard more than one person say was, this life is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real thing.
Real thing.
And sometimes doesn't it almost like, I know I personally am sometimes like, I treat my life like it's a dress rehearsal. Like I don't need to get to it. Like this isn't the only day like today I have, Every day is unique to itself. And the more time, I've heard Lisa Turkhurst, who's not in Mary Kay, but she's just like been a really great spiritual influence for me. She says, whatever we make sure your yes is worth the less. So whatever you're saying yes to, you have less time for something else. So just really kind of put some perspective on like, how are we really spending our days? We say our priorities are God first, family second, career third, but there are a lot of days where if I look at how I actually spent my time, that's not my priority. That's just the priorities I said that I have, So just really looking at it as, this is the one shot we get on this side of eternity. So how am I really spending it? I don't, there's no promise of tomorrow. So how did I spend today? And that was really, sometimes for me, I'm one of those people where I kind of like those hard truths sometimes, like I need them. And that was one of those kind of like sobering moments for me where I was like, you know what? That was a really good point. And just hearing that over and over, just making sure we're treating our life like what it actually is. This is our life. This is a real thing. It's happening. As great or as challenging as it may be, this is it. So just really making it count was a very challenging thought to me that it was just a big takeaway. So,
yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Whitney. I love that. Life is not a dress rehearsal. And I probably misspelt it, but forgive me if I did on the little chat thing. Okay, so I had a few takeaways. One was self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And that one really stood out to me because I am one of those people that I love to give to other people and I want to help people. It's like it's part of just who I am. And so I find myself giving a lot to other people but I don't sometimes take care of me.
too.
Yeah.
Me
And so
too.
I have to remember, and like I have friends, and like my husband, he'll be like, well, you need to take care of you. You need to take care of yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do me later, you know. But self-care is not a luxury. And that like really just hit me, and that we can promote our products to our customers in that same respect. You know, skincare is part of them taking care of themselves too. So I thought that was really great. Another one was, what you do with your time will either promote you or reveal you. And I was like, ooh, ouch. What you do with your time will either promote you or reveal you. And I thought, my goodness, I know that many people, in no matter what their job is, if time management is an issue, it's an issue. So like it kind of piggybacks on what Whitney said, you know, time spent in one area is time taken away from another. So where are you spending your time? So I thought that was great. The other thing was, the lady, I don't remember who she was, but the lady that said, look around your living room or whatever and see everything that's brown. And then she said, close your eyes and, okay, what's red? And like, I couldn't think of anything red in my living room. And then she said, okay, open your eyes. And she said, you bring about what you think about. So you thought about what was brown, and then you couldn't think about the red. And I was like, that is such a cool way to do that. Because I've always heard, you know, what you think about, you bring about. And I know that, like, I know Whitney Beam is seeing Malibus everywhere on the road when she leaves her house to go somewhere, because her mind is focused on that car. I can't tell you how many Cadillacs I see driving around. I'm like, oh, there's one. Because we get what we focus on. So that's the other cool part of that. But that was such a neat little mind game that she did. I thought that was kind of phenomenal. And then there's room at the top and it's crowded at the bottom.
The bottom. Yeah, I like that one too.
That was so powerful to me. There's room at the top. It's crowded at the bottom. And so you guys, we want you to move up and be successful. And those were just some of my takeaways. I watched some of my classes today and I'm going to finish them tomorrow, but I'm real excited to share and to just get the takeaways and the feedback. And for those of you who haven't watched yet, you can go on there and click on Emerald and you can watch the events. So I encourage you to do so. We are going to have our beautiful, where is she? The amazing, audacious Ashley Webb. She is going to inspire us this evening. And before she does, I want to just issue a challenge for next week. And that is to do 3 shares or have 1 new team member by Monday. So that's the challenge for the week, but I'm going to let it go seep past Saturday and we're going to let it go all the way to Monday. So 3 shares, that gives you a solid week, or 1 new team member by Monday. That's going to be the challenge for this week. And Ashley, take it away.
Okay, well, I had a couple of things that I saw and thought would be really great, and they're thoughts from business women. But the first one that I saw, and I think really goes along with Nancy's challenge, is if people are doubting how far you can go so far that you can't hear them anymore. And if you're the person doubting yourself, then you should go past that too. I know that I have personal goals of reaching out to every customer I have this week and seeing if I can't book some parties. And so I know some of you ladies are kind of in the same place. Another quote I saw is, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. And I just thought that those were 2 really strong thoughts. And I keep hearing from every lady who's successful in this business, take 15 minutes, take 10 minutes, sit down, work your business for a few minutes, and then move on, but do it every day. And I love that idea. And so I just wanted to share those couple of things with you today.
That was so spot on. I'm like writing notes. That's so good. Gosh, thank you for sharing, Ashley. I appreciate that. We are going to go ahead and wrap up unless anybody else has anything they want to share. I know the Fearless Unit has a big fall party in about 30 minutes, so I want to try to give you guys time to take a break, maybe get a drink, use the restroom, whatever you need to do. Refresh your
Eat dinner.
Yeah, text those customers and remind them, hey, we're starting at 7:30. Does anyone have anything else to add? Okay, so we're gonna close with our pink Cadillac attitude. So we're gonna, everybody unmute. And we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna put our hands in there and say we have a pink Cadillac attitude. And then we're gonna virtually high five everyone. Are you guys ready? Okay, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a
We've got a pink
Pink Cadillac attitude.
good night, everybody. You guys have a great party.
Good night, Nancy.
Bye.